Welcome everybody, it's Rebecca Gabriel here from Living with Spice. Thank you so much for joining my channel today, and just going to let you know we're going to do a weekly card reading for the 10th of March through to the 17th of March. This is a general reading, so it picks up on the energy for most people during that period of time. But of course, you may find that some of it resonates before or after that period of time, and it also could be possible that it doesn't resonate with you at all, in which case I do encourage you to contact me for a specific and personal card reading just for yourself. My details are in my bio, so you know how to contact me. I want to thank you for those that are letting me know that they're enjoying the readings. So I do encourage you to like and subscribe. It helps me to get the word out there for more people. All right, let's get into the reading for the week to come. As always, I have pre-shuffled and prayed over my cards. And today I'm going to start with the Fairy Tarot deck. And we'll give them a brief shuffle. Oh, there we go. I'm hoping that you are all well during this time of Mercury retrograde. It's a little bit crazy at the moment, so just hang in there, everybody. Things may feel like they're not progressing, but they certainly are underneath the surface, so hold tight. It's a bit of an emotional month, a bit of topsy-turviness with lots of change going on. I think we've got the cards that we need for today. Okay, here we go. Let's push that out there. So we have life experience, release, strength, and 5 of winter. Life experience here. Let go of belief systems that are no longer working for you. An important life-changing event and a situation that's leading to significant opportunities. What I have been picking up in this past week is that March is definitely a period of time where we are going through significant change, physically and emotionally. And for many people, there are actual events that are being a catalyst for changing, almost like a 180-degree direction. So it's not surprising to get this particular card, and certainly the next one following. Spirit is asking us to let go of our old belief systems. Certainly we've gone through a period of time, some for years, where we've been doing a lot of emotional, spiritual growing, a lot of learning, a lot of soul lessons are being had. However, with that learning, there's been a change and a transformation within. And Spirit is now saying it's time to move on. It's time to put those soul lessons into place and let go of old ways of thinking. And sometimes it's a challenge to let go of the beliefs that we've always had, the beliefs about how things should or shouldn't be, how people should or shouldn't be, or perhaps even beliefs about our own ability, beliefs where we feel that we ought to be putting our energy. These things change over a period of time, and we recognise that, you know, what we are needing to go forward is now different. You know, when we're always learning and growing, and hopefully on some degree we are, it's important that we step up to the next phase of our growth and embrace new opportunities, which can sometimes mean that we need to let go of the way we've been thinking about things in the past. So we are definitely entering a period of time of significant change, and certainly for many people they're going to be life-changing experiences. For some people, there'll be a recognition that certain relationships are no longer required or no longer serving, or perhaps the way you have been in that relationship is needing to be revised. You know, for some, it'll be starting afresh, reevaluating the way things have been and making a decision that a different approach is needed. For others, it'll be moving on to new relationships. And for some people, it'll be a recognition that there's a change in career or job. For some, it'll be a change in home. But for many, there's going to be an actual event that's going to be the catalyst for this change. So some things in the next week coming up is going to lead towards some opportunities and new doors that are going to open. And maybe for some of you, it might take you by surprise. Some of those opportunities, conversations that come up may not be what you had expected because you've still been in your old way of thinking. So, however, I'm getting the feeling that it's not doom and gloom. It's certainly everything that's going to unfold is, even if it does take you by surprise, it's certainly for the greater good, for your greater good. So in this card, we've got sort of this pathway and this tall tower, so almost like a portal or a doorway or initiation into a new life. And you've got the promise of things looking brighter. Butterflies always represent transformation and change in our life. There's a little bit of uncertainty, mystery around what is happening and the changes that are happening. And certainly the guidance is don't be concerned if you're not really sure about what's going on or what's ahead. It's pretty much the human condition, isn't it? But there's certainly encouragement that you're being supported for this change and that it is the best way forward and the best thing for you. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. And at the same time, we've got release. It's time to let go of the past. There is an ending that's taking place. And often people feel a little bit of fear when we talk about endings. But this card is not pointing to anything that you need to be afraid of. It's actually a little bit like moving from one season to a new season. And in this card, it certainly looks like spring. It's got a beautiful, light, new energy about it. So as we clean up and clear out, like the guidance from our last reading, we are creating a fresh, new energy for new beginnings. So letting go, I don't know about the rest of you, but I certainly did succumb to the clearing out bug this past week. I did a lovely clean out and it certainly, oh my gosh, it feels amazing to do that. So I've now created some new room, but also a lighter energy in my home. So it's things like this where we're letting go of things in order to create room, space and energy for new beginnings. Sometimes it's letting go or recognizing we have completed a part of our career. We might be moving on to a new job. And as I mentioned before, it may be a new home, new environment. We might be meeting new people. The message is certainly, though, it's time to move on. And in many ways, this is inevitable. It's not like you get to say, no, not doing it. The energy feels like it's happening anyway. So this is your chance to sort of mentally and physically prepare yourself. Are there things that you know that you need to do to tie up loose ends to prepare for the next stage of your journey? Even if you don't know what's ahead, preparation is key for making the best of opportunities that come along. If we're not prepared and that door opens, we could miss out on something really great. So release is about clearing up, clearing out, getting ready, preparing, letting go of what's no longer needed. And I know that there's been a lot of discussion around that. We really have been through such a transformative period of time the past 12 months, and it's sort of gathering momentum, and the time is now. It's time. And it just may be that for many of us, it requires some inner strength. And as usual, it's depicted by the lion. And this is not strength that is to demonstrate aggression or assertiveness. It's an inner strength. It's inner courage to embrace the unknown. It's inner courage and strength to trust your intuition and your wisdom and what you've learned in the past. It's having compassion for yourself. As you move into this new phase, new beginnings, and yes, let's face it, sometimes, new beginnings and unknown territory can feel a little bit scary sometimes, but there is no need to fear. Fear never serves anybody. It really is just a matter of trusting yourself, standing up for yourself, recognizing your own strengths, skills, abilities, your wisdom and knowledge that you have gathered up until now. All your inner resources are there for you and will enable you to move through this period of change. Sometimes when we go through change, it causes us to reflect on the past. And for some of us, that could be an emotional experience. Remembering things of the past, it doesn't mean that you're taking those things with you. It doesn't mean that you need to revisit the past in terms of going back there. It just means that you are noticing what has been and where you are going. And yes, it can be sometimes a little emotional to do that. But this is not about having regret or sad feelings or wishing anything from the past to be revisited. It is really more about recognizing your soul power, your inner strength, and how amazing that you are. The woman in this picture is truly beautiful. She recognizes her beauty, her inner beauty, the inner calm that comes with knowing herself, and the love that she has, the love and compassion, and the forgiveness that she's giving herself. Very empowering to acknowledge all of who you are, everything that has brought you to this point in your life is to be appreciated. And the next card is Five of Winter. Five, of course, representing change. In this card, we're being asked to walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what we thought we wanted isn't the best choice for our happiness. Some things are not worth the effort. If there have been difficulties and challenges in your life where you have put a lot of energy, perhaps you've felt that you have been very loyal to a situation, a person, relationships, loyalty to a job, and that you had expectations and hopes that it would be so much more, but you have since realized that there's an imbalance in the energy, and that for some of you, it just hasn't worked out the way you had hoped. Perhaps there have been disappointments, perhaps there's been some illusions and deception, and you're now realizing the truth of the matter. Where there are unhealthy relationships, toxic environments, it really is part of the process of moving forward is letting these aspects of your life go and moving on. And sometimes that requires us to reevaluate our direction and where we need to place our energy. And, it may feel challenging to do that, but it's far better to do that now in order to prepare and set yourself up for a brighter and better future. Because after all of us are wanting happiness, peace, growth, fulfillment. And if we're not prepared to address the problem areas or the areas that are not serving us, then we're not going to reach that level of happiness and fulfillment that we truly want. So again, the 5 energy and the cards that we have here today are really guidance to help us go through a period of change, to recognize that there will be perhaps some events coming up that will give you a choice to let go, to move on, to reevaluate the way you think about things and what you believe, releasing to make way for new opportunities, drawing on what you know to be true for you and trusting your intuition, trusting that you understand your own strengths, abilities, and standing in your own power. And part of all of this process is leaving behind what's not serving you and is toxic and is not the truth of who you are and where you are going. Okay, let's see what we can get from the Psychic Tarot deck. We thank you, Lord, for your guidance for the week the 10th through to the 17th. Oh, wow. Wow. Lovely. I'm going to move these up here so you can see. Yes, that's better. Okay, great. So we have love begins. There are 2 different people holding this bowl. It's a cup of love, a cup of opportunities, a cup of new beginnings. The rainbow representing hope, improvements for the future, life that's flowing well. And you're entering a period of time of having your wishes fulfilled almost. Well, not almost, you are. And when I look at this beautiful river and this cup flowing into it, there's so much beautiful energy, and it's pointing to a period of time of you really being given the opportunity to soak yourself in your passion, whatever that is for you. An opportunity to do what you love and to have your wishes and hopes fulfilled. And there will be people in your life that will be assisting you and supporting you to make this happen. You will know what that is for you because it'll be specific to your circumstances and where you're placing your focus. And if it's in a passion or something creative, a project that you're involved in and you've been working on, things are coming to fruition for you. It's all going to suddenly flow and bring abundance for you. If it's in terms of relationships, there's a new beginning here that is going to be very fruitful and long-lasting. There's a lot of goodness in this card, and it's two people coming together. In terms of relationships, this card is pointing to unison, coming together with shared energy, balanced energy, people reciprocating their love, or it could even be a business partnership here where two people are bringing their strengths and skills together to work on a common project. It's mutual energy, it's new, it's a new beginning, and it's going to be very fruitful. A partnership of some kind, working with other people who share what you love. It's a very beautiful, beautiful card. And as we move forward, we have the light card. I really get the feeling from this card that Spirit is, there's divine inspiration, protection and guidance coming from this card. That what's coming forward here has been divinely orchestrated and within divine timing. So again, wishes fulfilled here. The time is coming where all of this is going to come together, and my sense is it's the end of March. So we're moving towards that period of time where for many of you, even if you're not feeling it right now with this energy of letting things go, in the next week or two, all of this preparation is leading to this beautiful outcome that we have here. This is very much Spirit and the divine shining on what is about to unfold for you. So that's amazing, really beautiful. And here we have awareness, spiritual awareness, spiritual opening, a really heightened intuition during March, very tuned into, more than normal, tuned into your higher self and your soul path. You have a real sense of knowing about what is right for you, what is your pathway forward. You're trusting yourself more. You're feeling and sensing what is the best options for you, what are the best options for you. And I really encourage you to trust that. It's like there's a new opening for you where you're just receiving the messages from divine to really assist you through this time of transition and transformation. Oh gosh, I apologise for that outside noise. Very timely to have a helicopter go by. So with this greater sense of awareness, we're actually tapping into the bigger picture at the moment. We're actually able to step up and see from a greater perspective our life path and our purpose. And Spirit is guiding us as this is happening. So there really is, like last week, co-creation with the divine, working with Spirit. And you're feeling it and sensing it, and Spirit is there guiding you. It feels very strong for you, and so it's really important that you trust that what's unfolding and what you're sensing for your pathway forward, you can trust in that. And I know that you're not going to have all of the answers laid out, and for some of us, we love knowing. We love having everything sort of clear and understood. We like to know where we're going. But Spirit is asking you to trust the pathway forward even when you don't have all of those details. Because your intuition will be on mark. And when you've got Spirit looking out for you, there's no need to worry. Just go with it. This month is in this time of Mercury retrograde, where there's a lot of challenging energy, and as we will find ourselves several times, many times, could even be daily, revisiting thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories from the past as we go through this transition, and I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but using the metaphor of the butterfly, the chrysalis process. It's not an overnight process. It's constantly changing, moving, stretching, growing. And as we go through that, it can feel tiring, mentally, emotionally draining, physically tiring. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just you recognizing the process and the importance of resting. When you're really tired, bottomed out, sleep. Get your foot off the pedal, away from the to-do list, working at home and wherever else, and schedule in time to rest. You'll feel better for it. This is a month of going with the flow and recognizing there's a process here to the change and transformation, and that's okay. Okay, looking at the wisdom of Avalon Oracle card decks. Oh, I do have to laugh. Okay. We have the goblin. The good old human condition. During this period of releasing, revisiting thoughts, emotions, memories, sometimes a little self-doubt, the good old ego can pop up. That's the overactive mind, the wounded part of ourself who likes to suffer. When we make assumptions, we think about all the what-if scenarios, we perhaps doubt ourselves, we may find ourselves slipping into the blame game. Just beware. If that happens, give yourself a bit of a talking to. Not a great place to stay in. It may mean that you just need to give your mind a little bit of a rest. Go nurture yourself and do something loving for you, so this little ugly dude doesn't come up, because it does. When we're going through change and we're pressured, our buttons get pressed a little bit more easily, and we start to doubt, especially when we know that we haven't got the answers. We can start to fret and feel a little bit stressed. So this little guy pops out. It's not healthy for us. It will take you down a pathway that is going to get you all anxious, and certainly sometimes we can say stupid things when we allow our ego to come to the fore. So, it's important that if you recognise this little guy popping his ugly head up, pause, take a breather, refrain from saying anything, don't send that text, don't say what you wanted to really say to the person, and just retreat for a little while. Go do something nice, go make a cup of tea or go for a walk so that this little guy can go back to sleep again. And of course, if we do allow this guy to sort of take over, the warning is this guy, the wasp. You know, we can have a tendency to let our mind and our tongue whip out and create a sting for other people. And it's not a good thing to do. You know, when we're feeling emotional and we're feeling a little stressed about change, and sometimes change can put us in challenging situations, perhaps of survival. It may be triggering memories of the past, parts of us that are not yet healed. And there's a great tendency to want to retaliate when we're in this energy. You know, we can do the comparing game. You've got this and I don't have that. You know, our words can become a little sharp. And you know what? We always regret it when we lash out, because we end up closing doors when really the opportunity is to strengthen that muscle to pause before we say or do anything. Because what's going on here is actually not to ruin you, not to cause you pain. The change here is change for the better in your life. So, you know, when stuff does tend to hit the fan, know that it's not to hurt you or harm you. It's there to give you an opportunity to self-reflect. It's there to help you recognize there's an opportunity to learn something so that life can be better. So just step back, retreat, go rest for a while and top your cup up so you can have a rethink before you retaliate, before you have the desire to retaliate. And so we move towards the energy of the cat. And here the cat is depicting healthy boundaries and independence. And certainly if we are a lover of cats, we understand how incredibly independent these creatures are and how they are very good at satisfying themselves, very good at looking after their own comforts. Bless them. And so Spirit is saying, you have an opportunity here to reflect on what's healthy for you, what boundaries you need to put in place. And that might mean scheduling your rest time. It might mean avoiding toxic situations, toxic relationships, preferring not to have those drama conversations, to remove yourself from unhealthy work environments, you know, to just stay clear of things that are not good for you. And that's what is meant by this card, is decide for yourself what you're going to stay clear of in order to stay positive and in a good mindset, to stay emotionally and mentally balanced, and to restore your energy. You know, so when we're really experiencing the strain of change, the cat knows how to sleep. Oh my goodness. The cat is very good at looking after itself. And so you can do the same. Go choose another way to be able to spend your time, to take care of your needs, rather than staying in toxic energy or letting that tongue come out to bite someone, because you know what? You're going to end up experiencing the sting lash back at you. Good advice. And then we have the frog, who is here to remind us that we're in a period of time of cleaning house and releasing emotional baggage, of course. All part of the process of preparing. So if you haven't done it already, like I did this week of cleaning out my cupboards, here is an opportunity for you to do the same. It's all part of the preparation process. Do you need to prepare and tidy things up at work for a new promotion, new job role, new season, whatever that is? What do you need to do in your home to prepare for a move? What conversations, good healthy conversations, do you need to have with a partner to air things out on the table in a healthy way, to create better communication, better understanding, and better connection. What things in your home, be it mental, emotional, or physical, do you need to clear out and release? Preparation, it's beautiful. Wow. I keep feeling this energy of the butterfly and the chrysalis process. This is a process of amazing things to come. Let's not take our eye off where this is all leading to. This is an amazingly abundant card. Beautiful new beginnings, shared passions, love, interests for the long term, an abundance that's going to flow from this new beginning, all supported and guided by Spirit. I'd like to pull some cards from the healing deck of Archangel Raphael to see what we might need to know during this period of time. Leave a stressful situation behind. Again, we've got the same messages coming out regardless of the decks here. So we have, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. It's such a gift to ourselves when we recognize what needs to be let go of, what to leave behind so that we have improved health, no more stress, a release from things that have been holding us back, causing us anxiety, lack of sleep, worry. You can leave all of that behind. Now is the time to leave that behind. Leave the stress behind and prepare yourself for beautiful new beginnings. So there's a card that's come up around children. And for some of you, perhaps aspects of this change that you're going through is affecting children in your life, may have an impact. It may be that part of this change is you reflecting on your relationship with your own children or children in your life. Are there conversations that need to be had to create a healthier relationship? Do you need to spend more time with your children, regardless of what age they are, to reconnect, to build rapport, to show your love? You know, when we're in that space of self-love and compassion, it makes it so much easier to share that with our children. And there's something beautiful about the energy of children that helps us to be authentic to ourselves and to remind us the importance of being true to ourselves. Honest conversations are coming up here on the table, everything on the table, to build trust between yourself and your children. And as we do that, we open the door for deeper understandings, deeper communication, deepening our relationships and that trust that we have, the bond that we have. You know, for the adults, it's children have a lot of wisdom to offer us. You know, there's less stuff in the way. They have a beautiful openness about them, and their honesty and clarity about themselves and the world sometimes is a beautiful reminder to us on how to heal in our own journey. And sometimes they just have amazing insights to help us on our own journey, to remind us where we've come from and what's important in life. Whenever this card comes up, it always reminds me it's all about the mutual relationship. It's not a one-way direction, parent to child or adult to child. It's both ways. There's a give and take here. There's something in that. Just our relationship with the children in our life help us to be honest and help us to see ourselves honestly and remind us of our truth. And sometimes they're just a beautiful mirror for us where we've forgotten who we are. And sometimes they're just amazing at being able to reflect back to us our true self. So there's a gift in that, and there's some healing, two-way healing this week. So do appreciate and value those relationships, because there's something very important there that you are going to receive, and also what you can offer them in terms of your life experience and wisdom, care and compassion. Don't underestimate the significance of this in the next week or two. And then we have sobriety card. And when we're looking at clearing up, in terms of our health, Archangel Raphael is helping us to look at our diet, our physical health, our nutrition, the choices that we're making. And perhaps this has taken a focus for you recently, and it's all part of this beautiful change and this desire to step up into this new phase of your life. And when we're going through preparation is in all aspects of our life. So job, relationships, children, removing ourselves from toxic situations, heightened intuition, and our physical health and well-being. And this is so important because it supports us. Our physical health supports us for the journey in this lifetime. And so Archangel Raphael is reminding you and urging you to pay attention to what you're eating, what you're drinking, your physical activity, to help you adjust to any cravings that you might have, understanding what choices, perhaps new choices that you need to make, and what things in your diet you need to change. So the focus going forward will be to make sure that you're only eating and drinking life-affirming foods and beverages. So we thank you, Archangel Raphael, for that beautiful reminder, which will support us during this time of transformation. And lastly, I'm going to pull some cards from the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, we thank you for your love and protection and guidance. And we ask you, what message do you have for us for the week of the 10th through to the 17th? These three ones seem to want to come out. Okay. Take your time making this decision. So, as the changes unfold for us, and possibly an event that pops up in the next week or so, which will be life-changing, there are going to be situations that require your decision. And Archangel Michael is asking you to tap into your intuition, to what feels right for you. Draw on your inner strength and wisdom, and trust in this as you make your decisions. What feels right for you in your gut? That's the question. Is you making choices and changes? And these, admittedly, people, these are big changes, big changes. You're moving from one significant season in your life to a new season at the moment. So we won't underestimate the impact this is having on you. But you can feel comfort in the fact that divine is supporting you. God, your spirit guides, the angels, they're there supporting you. So you can draw upon their guidance and their help and ask Archangel Michael to assist you going forward, to help you to know in your heart of hearts what is the best option for you. And he can protect you also from any toxic energy that you encounter. Just ask him for his presence and his protection. Ask him to assist you as you rest and regain your strength and energy that helps with making better decisions. Ask Archangel Michael to assist you with the relationships with your family. He will pave the way and open the door and soften people's hearts to help improve those very important relationships. He will also help you to settle that little goblin inside, so that your mind doesn't run away. Rely on the guidance of Archangel Michael, and you'll know his guidance from the peace that you feel within. Whenever there is confusion in our mind, we're feeling angry, jealous, bitter, pretty crappy all round towards everyone else and ourselves, we know that our mind has got the better of us, that goblin. That's not divine energy. So we can ask Archangel Michael to help settle our mind, to protect us from our runaway mind. So he will help us stay strong and to stay relaxed. We also have the card, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So as you're coming to make decisions, just stay focused. As I said before earlier in the read, it is going to be quite emotional and a little bit stretching at times this month. So this message is to remind you to stay focused on where you want to go, what feels good for you. And trust that what you're going for is right for you. It's not about what other people tell you where you're going, it's what you want. What is your soul path? What feels right for you? We have a prayer, an optional prayer. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action toward realizing my dreams. Really trusting in yourself, who you know to be, your inner guidance and wisdom. Stay focused on your goals and your dreams. And this will help you have the strength and the confidence to go forward. So we thank you, Archangel Michael, for your support along the journey. And then the final card from Archangel Michael, romance angels are helping you. So for some of us this month, significant change is about romantic relationships. There are big changes happening for some of you. And this card speaks about the relationship with your soulmate. And because we're in a month of preparation here, the guidance is from Archangel Michael and your spirit guides, letting you know that they are watching over you to help prepare the way for a beautiful long-term relationship. To trust that even when you go into periods of doubt, where you may be tempted to make assumptions because things are not coming together as quickly as you may like or expect. Avoid that energy and just be reminded that the romance angels are actually working behind the scenes to help bring you and your soulmate together. Trust in this. Pray to Archangel Michael, pray to God, pray to the divine for that support that you will need sometimes when you're feeling a little bit crabby, when you're feeling like you need a little bit of encouragement and support, and perhaps a little down and out from things that don't feel like are coming together. These cards up here are pointing to, for some of you, you've been experiencing this energy, and this is where you're heading towards in the week of the 10th to the 17th. And this is guidance on how to get through that process. So as we're letting go and releasing, we're realizing, we're feeling emotional, we're realizing some things haven't quite worked out, but that doesn't mean that you need to go get all narky, because the change that's happening beneath the surface that you are not yet seeing up here is being divinely guided towards what you really are wanting, what you've been wishing for. So if it's relationship, a significant relationship, the romance angels are letting you know that they're part of this process of helping with that preparation. So I'm just going to read the prayer on the bottom here. Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello, so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. Wow. For some of you, you're letting go past toxic relationships, as this card indicates here. Now, that relationship could be job or significant person in your life. It could be a reevaluation of that relationship so that it's an improved new beginning. It could be a new relationship, something brand new. I guess we'll just wait and see. Perhaps you've recently met someone new or about to meet someone new, and you'll recognize a connection pretty quickly. And that may very well be the beginnings of a new love relationship where there is ease and flow, shared passions, common interests. Whatever it is, it will be long lasting, and it will feel easy, feel flowing. It will not feel toxic or stressful. It will feel amazing. It will be new energy. So you're being advised that this is happening. Amazing, really beautiful. I'm very happy for you. All right, so what an amazing reading. Lots of change happening, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful times coming. But like any change, it can stretch us. It can feel uncomfortable. It can trigger emotions and memories. It can cause the uglies to come out. But to avoid those uglies coming out and to stay in a peaceful state, just remember to give yourself that loving, the rest that you need. Take your foot off the pedal for a while. Focus on your health. What can you do to improve? Get yourself in a mindset of preparation. Use this time of change, the process that you're going through. Use this time to prepare. So rather than let the uglies come out, make the most of your time to prepare. Clean house, tie up loose ends with your job, finish up relationships that you know are just not serving you. Don't put your energy where it's not going to be fruitful, because this is a time of significant change for you. So make the most of it. You're being divinely supported and protected. You just need to ask. Put your hand up when you need that extra support. There'll be people in your life that you know that you can call upon and feel the benefit of their wisdom and healing. Stay away from drama. Avoid toxic conversations. And if you're feeling that little narky part of you come out and you just want to bite back, resist, pull back, chill out and relax. Much better place to be. And you will get through this change more easily, because the change is happening, my friend. It is coming, if it's not here already. And you know what? For most of us, change is not overnight. I know that there's possible events that will be a catalyst, but it's a process. It is a process. And March will be a period of change and transformation. Allow it to happen. Go with the flow. Knowing, trusting yourself, trusting that it is going in a fabulous new direction for you. This has been a consistent message for months. And like all big change, it starts with planting the seeds. Well, even before that, clearing out the weeds, preparing the soil, planting the seeds, and then watching it grow. That's the way it works. So my friends, have a beautiful week. Go well. If you're interested in a personal reading for your circumstances, please reach out to me. I would absolutely love to do a reading for you, and we can perhaps hone in on some specifics for you. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.